Hello everybody, Calamity here, and I'm probably the very last content creator to be checking out the live special program that aired this morning. And I'm only going to just take a look at the two new characters that we're going to be getting in 5.3, which is, of course, everyone knows by now, the Archon herself. The Fire Archon will be on the first banner, and then the other one is going to be everyone's favorite grandma from Natlan, Sitali, I think that's how you say her name. She's also going to be here as well. So I've already kind of watched the video beforehand before recording this, and I have to say that the way they formatted, the way they talk about the characters, it's a little weird. It's a little different from how they usually do it. I'm guessing it's because 5.3 is going to be a big deal, but basically they're going to start with talking about the Archon's abilities first, and then I'm gonna like try to like share my reactions and thoughts on it. So this is her. I'm gonna be pausing a lot, so sorry. This is her normal attack, but you have to use her skill, is how they describe it, and obviously they're talking in I believe Chinese, so no, we have to rely on English subtitles and reading here for a bit. But yeah, it looks like she activates her skill. That she has two different types of attacks. Here, I'll let them explain it.
套是以挥舞双手剑为主的战斗姿态，而另外一套则是驾驶齿轮车进行的特殊战斗模式。
哎，那这两套模组它具体在玩法上有什么差异呢？
是这样的，在双手剑状态下呢，马维卡除了自己能在场上展开攻击以外，
She looks really really cool, by the way.
其他角色进行攻击，对敌人造成火元素伤害。而在驾驶齿轮
All right, sorry, I'm pausing again. So if you just read what he said, I don't know if I'm blocking the subtitles or what here, but so he said there's two different attacks that Malvika, I'm sorry how to pronounce her name, the Fire Archon does. She has on-field attacks where we saw her using her sword and her bike, which was really really cool. Can't get over how cool that looks in combat. And then they said she also assists your other characters by doing off-field attacks as well. Now, obviously, we don't know how good those hits are. If she better as an off-field, on-field DPS, I'm sure the answer is going to be both because she's a busted Archon character. But that's a really cool design right there, that she's both on-field and off-field damage. But we'll have to wait and see just how much they differ in terms of damage.
轮车的时候啊，马维卡可以将这份力量化为己用，对敌人造成火元素范围伤害。
That's pretty good AoE.
看 PV 的时候，其实我就在想，这个齿轮车应该马维卡不止拿它用来战斗。
This right here is so
本身也是一
broken.
种高速的地面
Right here.
玩家可以享受风驰电掣的高速
For
旅行。
exploration wise.
对了，制造齿轮车的时候啊，希诺宁还在其中加装了一些小的设计。
Dude.
这些特殊的小设计啊，能允许齿轮车在特定的情况下展现出一些额外的移动性能。
Do you y'all remember how you guys were pulling for what's her name, the surfing girl, because Mualani's great for the water. Shilinin, or Shilinin can climb really well, and then Chaska can fly. Well, of course, to no one's surprise, the Archon's like, hey, I can do all of that. I'm flying, I'm going through the water on the bike, I'm just fast in general, I can climb.
除了
Like,
直
she
接
does
使
it
用元素战
all.
地召唤齿轮车之外，玩家还可以通过纳塔特有的夜魂传递，在前台角色处于各种特殊状态下，让马维卡以驾驶齿轮
And
车
yeah,
的
she
形态出场。
synergizes really well with
此外呢
other Natlan
马维卡在
characters.
队伍中的时候，还会降低夜魂传递的冷却时间。
那岂不是可以让纳
So
塔
she's gonna make
实现无缝衔
traversing
接
Natlan a lot
这
easier.
下我有点期待旅行者们的跑酷操作了。
除此之外呢，马维卡的元素爆发也非常的特。
Again, it's also like a really big disappointment that we can't go back to previous regions. Maybe you have to re-explore. Maybe you're new and you went straight to Natlan first, right, to build those characters, and then now you want to go back to earlier regions. But as cool as it is to be like flying around and stuff like that, but because of the lack of Phlogiston outside of Natlan, all these cool flying around, surfing around really fast, it's not gonna last as long as it is in Natlan, which is very disappointing. So I don't know, maybe for future regions it might not be as bad, but it really sucks that it's very limited to just Natlan.
特殊，马维卡并不依赖元素能量来启动自己的元素爆发，而是依赖战役。当队伍中的角色消耗夜魂值，或者通过普通攻击命中敌人时，马维
Okay, so sorry again, pausing a lot. I'm sorry. So the Archon herself has a different kind of way she accumulates energy for her burst, and they just said right now it's accumulating fighting spirit. So I don't know if that means energy recharge is going to be a completely wasted or totally useless stat for her. We don't know quite yet. It seems to be that way. But the other thing I want to point out is that I don't like the restriction to gaining fighting spirit is only from normal attacks or Night Soul Blessing stuff, which again it limits her teammates. So you would prefer everybody to be used well with the Fire Archon or the Pyro Archon, but it's limiting just normal attacks and thing. Not everyone uses normal attacks or has a Night Blessing thing that they use.
维卡都可以获得战役。当战役超过一定量以后呢，马维卡就可以释放元素爆发了。在此基础之上，当
Cool
战役越
animation
多，元素爆发的威力也就会越强。而它的两个固有天赋，一个是在触发夜魂迸发的时候提升马维卡的攻击力，而另外一个则会在马维卡释放元素爆发后，根据释放的战役。
So yeah, she's a little bit of everything we've ever wanted in a Pyro character. On-field, off-field damage. Buffs tier characters, the only thing she's not doing is healing or shielding, I guess, but you can have plenty of other characters for that, or, you know, the next 5-star we're about to see in a sec here for that. But she also provides buffs to your team, and again, we don't know how strong that attack buff is, and they did note here, it is an attack buff, so she's not going to be the best for every type of damage team in there. Like, obviously, you wouldn't use her in, like, the attack buff not going to be doing anything for your Bergen team, for example. Let's
提升
continue.
当前场上角色所造成的伤害。
And yeah, she also buffs herself and whatever active characters on the field while the burst is active, which
哎，
is
所以马维
important
卡
to
她
note.
既可以正面作战，也可以在后场进行支援。
So yeah, the
战
fact that
斗
she's
风
both
格可以说是
on-field
多种多样
DPS, but also
会
could
不
be
会
a
跟娜
buff
塔
for your
战
team
争
is
国度的
like
神明呢？
crazy
所以啊，为了
good
更好的
utility.
发挥马维卡的能力，旅行者们可以挑选那些以普通攻击为主，或者能消耗夜魂值的伙伴跟他组队。这样的话，不仅可以让马维卡更加高效的技能
And
战
yeah,
役，
so she
而且
it
呢
doesn't seem like she
马维
needs
卡也
energy
可以利用自己的
recharge.
能力协助这些伙伴。
除了刚才介绍的内容
All
外，
right, so we're
在
gonna
完成
skip a
5.3
little bit
的
here.
模
This is where they talk about her Archon or her story quest that you can do after all that stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and fast forward to where they talk about the Granny.
希特拉利可以
All right, here we
驱使
go. They're
冰
gonna
元
talk
素
about her
神之眼的力量，
abilities.
为队伍中的伙伴提供护
So
盾
she
和
provides
增益
party members with
而在
shields
满足一
and
定条件的时候，
buffs.
希特拉利还能提供持续的冰元素输出。
I don't like the wording of that. Certain conditions is like, what are those conditions? However, like they're about to tell us, I'm sure. But the fact that she can do continuous cryo damage, I believe they're gonna say off field, means that sorry Rosaria, you're about to get power crept here. I'm assuming the numbers are good.
哎，我刚才啊看到有2个类似布偶的小东西，那它们也和希特拉利的技能有关吧？
没错。
Are they gonna
大
sell
家
those
现在看到的
pillows?
这2个小跟班呢，黑色的小家伙叫做伊兹帕帕，白色的大家伙呢叫做希特拉林。就是在战斗和探索中的时候啊，他们也会为希特拉利奶奶提供各种各样的帮助，包括并不限于当抱枕啊、做靠垫啊，甚至还会被当做。
So she's definitely gonna have the same like exploration abilities as if you guys have played the new area yet, like the owl, right? From her tribe. So it's basically just a better version of that. Instead of being an owl, you can be a cute granny flying through the wind on your pillows.
武器丢出去，释放元素战
There we
役
go,
呢，
her
希特拉利
skill.
会展开护盾，获得夜魂值，并且进入夜魂加持状态。
So you just have to
并召唤
activate her
出
skill
黑
for
色
the
的伊
thing,
兹
just
帕
like
帕
Layla.
而当希特拉利的夜魂值超出一定值时，伊兹帕帕也会进入狂暴状态，卷起双云风暴，攻击周围的敌人。而希特拉利的元素爆发呢，则会
It's a cute burst animation, by the way. So it looks like we're definitely gonna have to read her passive abilities and what she does here, because it seems like and obviously the shield, we don't know how tanky is the shield, how much damage is she doing with her skill and burst, how much damage are those pillows doing. It doesn't look like we're gonna be really using her normal attacks, but just like a quick shielder and then pop her burst, for off-field cryo damage, which I mean easy to play and that's good.
会驱使2个小跟班同时出击，就是那种他最不耐烦的时候，不管你们是谁。
I don't know if you're actually gonna
那种
use her
感
as
觉
an on-field DPS though. You
没想到
probably
奶奶在
switch
战斗
here.
中也有这么可爱的一面。
You're just doing this
而
because
它
of the
的元素爆
showcase.
发不仅会造成伤害，还会在爆炸后为希特拉利恢复一定的夜魂
Covers
值。
a certain amount
哎，
of
说到
night
这
soul
里，杨胜，
points.
我有一个小小的疑，我现在已经有这么多的角色了，那么希特拉利奶奶还有什么独特的过人之处吗
Is this the story
首先
quest?
啊，希特拉利
Oh, never
跟
mind.
他的大孙子欧伦一样，可以在后
So let's read this one. It says when Citali is in the Night Soul's Blessing stage, she can decrease Hydro and Pyro res of enemies affected by frozen and melt reactions, while also restoring a certain amount of Night Soul points for herself. Well, well, well. Look what we have here. This is actually a really good talent. It does suck that it's limited and not like a general resistance shred like Shillinen, but I guess I mean it is cryo, and the best parts about cryo are literally just the freezing and then the pyro or the melting for pyro res. So that's actually a really good buff there. And I guess you could even pair her with Shillinen for even more resistance shred, and that's kind of crazy to think about.
后台的时候保持夜魂加持状态，而当
Or
希
an
特拉利
animal
处于
character.
夜魂加持状态时，可以降低冻结和融化反应影响到的敌人的水火元素抗性。同时呢，希特拉利也会恢复一定的夜魂值。
哎，那你听听我这么理解是不是对
That's
的？
crazy,
也就是
dude.
说，我应该在队伍中加入
If we can see the
水
numbers,
元素
though.
和火元素伤害的角色，借由希特拉利的特性来提升他们所造成的伤害。
我觉得你理
So yeah, you can obviously see that, yeah, they just happened to release a really powerful Pyro character alongside a really powerful Cryo character that needs either Pyro or Hydra to utilize her kit the most. And, you know, I'm a little sad that's like a requirement, but it's not too bad. I am curious to see how much resistance shred Granny is providing, because it's since it's not like a general thing like Shinlinen's is mostly, I would hope that it has an even higher resistance shred, because we're specifically targeting either freeze or melt here.
解的挺到位的。
那杨神分享了不少战斗情报，我这边也来分享一些和奶奶有关的内
All
容。
right, so that's
在
that's pretty much it for the characters. I'm just gonna let the video play in the background if you guys want to just like see it, but they're just talking about like the Archon quests. But anyway, so it kind of sucks that both of these characters are coming out like at the same time. They're both gonna be phase 1, I believe, and then phase 2, I believe, is Arlecchino. I'm gonna fast forward to the banners and talk about those as well, but both of these characters seem really busted and really good at what they do. So, you know, it's hard to tell new players like, hey, pull for this and that character, when we just right now in the game we also have, you know, New Valette is still there, Zhongli is still there, and those are also really, really good characters. And then we have the next region coming up. You know, obviously it's gonna be a while, but like, you know, who knows how strong those characters are gonna be too. But there's a lot going on. I hope that everyone has enough gems either saved up or from this event to where we can all get the characters we want. So here's the phase 1 banner, and this is messed up for new players, or just, you know, you're gonna have to either choose, do you want the Archon or do you want the Grandma? And they both, again, they both look really good. The Granny also looking like a very solid shielder and plenty of cryo off-field damage, which is always also nice. But, you know, the thing with Archons is they've always been very solid characters, very strong, very like they'll last you years and years and years if you decide to play this game this long. So I do not envy you, any low spenders or new to play, free to play players out there. And then there's their signature weapons. I'll take a look at them in their banners once they're actually out and probably do a video on that. Are they gonna talk about the second phase as well? All right, so I didn't see it in the program, but I did find it on Reddit. So the second half is gonna be Arlecchino and Chlorine from Fontaine, and that's another oof, man. Those are also, well, Arlecchino way more so than Chlorine, but that's another OP character. That character, like, I don't even know if anyone's gonna have any gems left to pull for those characters. And not only that, we're getting another Chronicled Wish, chat. Alright, I couldn't find it in the special program. Maybe I'm just like not sifting through the video well enough, but this is also going to be available in the next update. This is the Chronicle Wish. We haven't seen this banner in a long time. It was probably the last time they reran Eula, actually. So this isn't a free 5-star. Don't get excited. You still get your free 4-star, but not a 5-star. So your 5-star, you're gonna choose the character that you want, and I believe you choose a weapon as well, or it's like either one or the other. And then you just do a bunch of polls, and then, you know, you lose your 50-50, and then either you get it or you don't, and then the next one will be a guarantee. At least that's how I think it works from the last time they did. And then here's our options. We are seeing the return of Shenhe after so long. Zhao, Ganyu, and Baiju coming back to the banners as well. And there's some standard ones in there, which is kind of weird. Kaching and Chi-Chi. really hope no one's really wasting their Chronicled Wish on those characters. But then we also have Child for some reason. I didn't know he was from Leeway, but I guess it's technically where we met him, so I guess that's why he's included. But yeah, we're also gonna have this as well as all of their signature weapons available in the banner. This is actually really, really good. It does suck that it's on the Chronicled Wish, and it was pretty bad the last time we had it. Like, people were not a fan of it, so hopefully, I don't know if they made any small changes to it. We'll have to wait and see once the banner's actually out, but this is a nice change. I'll probably make a short video talking about each one and whether or not, I think they're worth your pulls or not. But with that being said, that is going to be it for this video. Just wanted to react to the characters, which again, they look really, really good, of course. And then checking out the banners, which there's a lot of good banners. And then we also have this Chronicled Wish. Again, I have no idea how Hoyoverse expects players, at least the free-to-play or low-spender ones, to actually pull on a lot of these banners. Unless you have some insane luck where you're only getting 5 stars in, like, every 10 pull or something. But it's gonna be hard, and for those of you that don't have a lot of gems, you're new to the game, this can definitely be overwhelming. So I'm gonna try and make some videos to help you out on that. Once these characters are out and the event is out and more information becomes available. So look forward to that. Don't forget to leave a like and or subscribe so you can check them out when the videos do drop. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.